There are many things humanity fears: war, disease, asteroids, supervolcanoes. But there is one force so powerful, so essential, that we rarely ever think about it: gravity. It has never failed us. Every second of every day, gravity quietly holds our entire existence together. It keeps your feet planted on the floor. It keeps the air inside your lungs. It keeps the oceans from drifting away into the darkness of space. It keeps civilization functioning. Yet tonight, we're going to explore one of the most terrifying thought experiments ever imagined. What if Earth suddenly lost gravity? Not forever, not for an hour, not even for a minute. Just 7 seconds. 7 ordinary seconds. The amount of time it takes to send a text message. The amount of time it takes to walk across a room. 7 seconds that could permanently alter human civilization. This is criminal fear. Right now, as you watch this video, gravity is silently working around you. Your body, your phone, your chair, your house, your car, entire oceans. Everything you know exists exactly where it is because gravity says it should. Every second, Earth pulls everything toward its center at approximately 9.8 meters per second squared. Without that force, our world doesn't simply become inconvenient. It becomes unrecognizable. Most people never appreciate gravity because it has never given humanity a reason to fear it. Until now. Imagine it's exactly 8 hours in the morning. Rush hour traffic fills highways, children sit inside classrooms, doctors perform surgeries, pilots guide aircraft through the skies. Millions of ordinary lives unfold simultaneously. Then, at exactly 80 hours AM, gravity disappears. Nothing explodes. No warning sirens sound. No giant flash appears in the sky. The world remains eerily quiet. For a brief moment, nobody understands what's happening. Then the impossible begins. Coffee lifts from mugs, pens drift from desks, keys rise from countertops, pets become weightless. People suddenly feel themselves floating. Inside homes, ordinary objects become dangerous projectiles: lamps, televisions, kitchen appliances. Every unsecured object begins moving unpredictably. Hospitals instantly descend into chaos, patients drift from beds, medical tools scatter. Operating rooms become dangerous environments, and humanity is only 1 second into the nightmare. But an even bigger threat is developing. Earth hasn't stopped spinning. At the equator, our planet rotates at more than 1,000 miles per hour. Gravity is what normally keeps everything attached to the surface. Without it, humanity slowly begins separating from the planet itself. Then 3 seconds arrive. 3 seconds. That's all it takes for a global catastrophe to unfold. Pilots encounter impossible conditions. Birds become disoriented. Helicopters struggle to maintain control. Then Earth's atmosphere begins reacting. Gravity is the invisible force holding our protective blanket of air close to Earth. Without it, the atmosphere begins expanding outward. You wouldn't instantly suffocate. But the balance that has protected life for billions of years is beginning to collapse. Then there are the oceans. The oceans are not attached to Earth. They're prisoners of gravity. And now, the prison doors have opened. Trillions upon trillions of tons of water begin shifting. Coastlines deform. The seas begin moving in ways humanity has never witnessed. The entire planet starts transforming into something alien. And gravity still hasn't returned. 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. By now, panic is spreading across the globe. Emergency broadcasts begin interrupting television stations. People scream, pray, cry. Families desperately grab onto one another. Vehicles drift through cities. Debris fills the air. Entire urban centers become giant hazard zones. Then, the 7th second arrives. Gravity returns, instantly. Everything that separated from Earth falls at once. Cars slam into highways, construction equipment crashes into buildings, glass shatters by the millions, debris rains from the sky. For countless people outdoors, there would be no time to react. But the nightmare is only beginning. The displaced oceans now crash back toward the planet. Mega tsunamis surge toward coastlines. Ships are thrown inland, ports are destroyed, entire neighborhoods disappear beneath walls of water. Cities like New York, Tokyo, Shanghai, Miami, London, Los Angeles become disaster zones almost instantly. Global trade collapses overnight. Supply chains disappear. Food shortages begin within days. Power grids fail. Communication systems collapse. Emergency responders become overwhelmed. Governments struggle to maintain order. And 7 seconds become the dividing line in human history. Before gravity stopped, and after gravity stopped, perhaps the most terrifying realization isn't what happened, it's what we discovered. Humanity has no backup plan, no emergency switch, no replacement. Every second of every day, every breath you take, every step you make, depends entirely on a force we cannot see, a force we barely acknowledge. Yet it is protecting us every moment of our lives. Tonight, when you stand up from your chair, when your feet touch the floor, remember something. Reality itself is more fragile than we realize, because without gravity, our world becomes a nightmare in less than 7 seconds. And sometimes, the scariest things in existence aren't monsters hiding in the darkness. They're the invisible forces quietly holding reality together. If you enjoyed this terrifying thought experiment, subscribe to Criminal Fear and turn on notifications. Because sometimes the greatest fears are the ones we've never learned to fear. Sleep carefully. Reality is far more fragile than we think.